Well, ladies and gentlemen, we woke up to some big news today. After 21 months since the process began, Microsoft has announced that Activision Blizzard is officially part of the Xbox family. Man, Microsoft has bought my Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. I'd have to look at like big acquisitions in history and stuff and see where that ranks, but man, that is a lot of moolah. You know, that's a lot of cash. That's a lot of scratch. That's a lot of bread. Am I right? What would you guys do with $69 billion? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you would do with $69 billion. And I'd also like to know in the comments, what do you guys think happens with your games after this? What happens to, what happens with World of Warcraft? What happens with Overwatch, Diablo, Hearthstone? Does Hearthstone come to Xbox now, finally? Can we finally just open packs on Xbox with our controllers? OMG. I don't know if that'll happen. But it's still, I don't know, it's somewhat exciting, I think, because the stain of Activision Blizzard has been rotting the teeth of fans for, I don't know, a couple years now, it feels like, with the lawsuits, bad games, lack of polish that's come out lately from Blizzard. You know, it really just makes you sad when you think about it, because Blizzard at one point, at least when I was getting into gaming, heavy PC gaming in 2005, Blizzard was it. I mean, all they had at that time was World of Warcraft, but man, World of Warcraft was a phenomenon that a lot of kids today didn't even experience. They don't even understand like how big World of Warcraft was and how it carried Blizzard through those years before they released updates on Diablo and StarCraft, you know, because around that time, nobody ever thought Diablo 3 would come out. Nobody ever thought that StarCraft 2 would come out. And man, they have loaded up their games since 2005, that's for sure. But a lot of that, I believe, was the Activision merger. It gave them a lot of money to branch out and do what they wanted to do. But yeah, it's official. It is official. You can see it right there. Official. Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard $69 billion. Once again, let me know what you would buy with $69 billion. Because I'm trying to think, what would I buy with $69 billion? I think I would buy a Chick-fil-A franchise, you know? I don't know if you're familiar with Chick-fil-A. You're probably watching this from, like, who knows where you're watching this from. Maybe you never even heard of a Chick-fil-A, but I tell you, Chick-fil-A always has long lines, man. Those people love their chicken. They love it. Look, I think Chick-fil-A's good. I can't believe I'm doing a video about Activision Blizzard, and I'm sitting here talking about Chick-fil-A. Look, let's get back on track here, okay? All right? I'll do a video, maybe later, what I would do with $69 billion. In fact, I'll do a video what I would do with $69 billion if I get a good comment from one of the viewers that says what they would do with $69 billion. Doesn't that sound like fun? It does. It really does. See how I'm just like setting shit up, you know? We're doing big things here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Big thing. The big thing that I want to know from people are, what do they think will happen to their games? What do they think that this merger, this acquisition rather, it's not a merger, it is an acquisition. What do they think that'll happen to their current games? Do you think that everything stays the same? Does it get better? Did they come in and change the course? Do they come in and right the ship? That is the word I was looking for, right the ship. Only time will tell. Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all over social media. It's all over everywhere. It is official. Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. Call of Duty joins the home of Halo. Is that what we'll see? Will we see Halo and Call of Duty merge? I tell you one thing, man. Microsoft's handling of Halo has been atrocious. All right, let's just say that right now. The way they have handled Halo since Halo Reach, I guess. I know a lot of people like Halo Reach. I loved the story of Halo Reach, but I thought the multiplayer in Halo Reach was god awful. I didn't like the maps. I didn't like the SWAT mode. You know, it was a real try-hard mode that wasn't for me. I prefer Halo 3, you know, good old Slayer with your fucking assault rifle. That's Halo to me. I love that shit. Halo 3, top 10 games all time for me. Because that was the game when I first got the 360, when I hooked that up to the internet for the first time. I was like, you know, the World Wide Web. When I hooked that up to the internet for the first time, I was like, it blew my fucking mind that I could sit there and play on a console and talk to people, talk trash, talk mad trash, brah. Man, that was a good time. 2007 was a glorious time to be a gamer, let me tell you, because Call of Duty, you know, the first one was coming. Not the first one. What the fuck am I saying? Call of Duty 4, when that came out, Modern Warfare, man, that changed the game forever. What do you guys think? What do you think will happen with this? This is big news, people. $69 billion, man. That is some scratch, baby. Woo! What would you do with 69 billion? What would you do with 69 billion? And how do you think the games will change? That's really the questions that I'm curious about. What do you guys think about this? Is this good or is it bad? For me, it's only time will tell, obviously. You know, will Call of Duty not come out on PlayStation? Woo-wee. You know, that'll make some people mad. But either way, you know, they'll have to license it. You know, PlayStation will have to pay just to be able to play that, just to be able to have that on their system, man. Huge move by Microsoft here. Huge move by Microsoft. And this is after they purchased Bethesda. And I'm not even a Bethesda fan. I'm not into Bethesda games. Like, I love Skyrim, you know. Didn't really care for Oblivion, you know. It's not really my thing. I love Fallout. I think Fallout's a good IP. But I have to admit, man, Starfield, even the trailers, the gameplay, everything about it, just like, I'm good. I can live my entire life and not pick up that game and be completely content. And I'm not bashing on Bethesda. I know a lot of people like Bethesda, but man, now that you like step back and think what Microsoft has under their belt with Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, it's like your move, Sony. What are you gonna do now? What is Sony gonna do? You know, what in fact, what does Sony have to do to keep up with this? What are they, Last of Us 3? Ooh, wow. Cool. Killzone. Are they going to bring back Killzone? I love Killzone, man. I think Killzone was one of the coolest little IPs they ever had, but what do they do in terms of studio power? Like, they have Naughty Dog, they got Insomniac, they've got huge studios, but they're not Activision Blizzard. They're not Bethesda. You know, Bethesda's huge. Activision Blizzard is huge. How long does it take for them to recoup their $69 billion investment as well? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Only time will tell. And once again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday and the weekend that is coming. Let me know what games you're playing. You know, come in, say hi. What will I be playing this week? We all know what I'll be playing this week. It's a game called Rust. It's the best game ever made, the best ever played. All right? Did I say that right? Rust, the best game ever made, the best I ever played. That's my tagline. Isn't that great? I need to copyright that shit before somebody else takes it. Anyway, this isn't a Rust video. This is about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. Once again, thank you for stopping by. Please leave me some comments though, because I really am curious what people would do with $69 billion. I do want to know, what do you guys think will happen with the games, but I'm really curious, what will people do with $69 billion? What would you do? Would you buy a furniture store? Would you buy one of those furniture stores that goes out of business in like 2 weeks and you're the manager standing out there with a cigarette wondering why people don't want to come in and look at your couches? I don't know if that would be a good investment. Maybe a comic book shop. Maybe you could have a big giant comic book shop and host, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. I mean, that has to pay off, right? It has to pay off. You could tell that I'm just completely small time. You know where my mind goes. Ladies and gentlemen, take care. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.